My name is Caul. I am known as the chairman of the Campaign for Truth and Justice, and I'm here today to make a declaration. I, Caul, chairman of the above organization, CTJ, make the following declaration of fact and of law. The state of the United Kingdom has become a lawbreaker and thus cannot continue to be a law enforcer. Therefore, neither I or any members, past, present or future, of Campaign for Truth and Justice can be lawfully prosecuted by the state of the United Kingdom for any act which would otherwise be considered illegal or unlawful. I would like to quote something that was brought to my attention by a former Attorney General, Lord Goldsmith. In a government of laws, the existence of the government will be imperiled if it fails to observe the law scrupulously. Government is the most omnipresent teacher for good or ill. It teaches the whole people by its example. If the government becomes a lawbreaker, it breeds contempt for the law. It invites every man to become a law unto himself. It invites anarchy. The state of the United Kingdom has become a lawbreaker and thus cannot continue to be a law enforcer. Until or unless the issues of judicial lawbreaking, which involves unlawful convictions, false imprisonment, denial of access to court, which is a grave perversion of justice, are fully addressed, any action of law enforcement taken against us will be wholly unlawful. We demand our right to protection of the law, or else we demand our right to protect ourselves. The judiciary of England and Wales is guilty of an ongoing grave perversion of justice and is aided by the silence of the media, Downing Street, several members of Parliament and other government agencies. This document is dated the 14th of September 2009, the date that I was released from 6 years and 1 month of unlawful imprisonment, having been wrongfully convicted and denied all access to court by way of appeal or habeas corpus. What spurred me on to begin the fight, to continue the fight in the first place, is from my very first experience back in 1999, when I spent 2 months locked up in prison after a judge, a senior High Court judge, presided over a matter which was being prosecuted by his brother or his brother's law firm, and he then ordered that I should go to prison. Despite me not being there and not having any legal representation, I was picked up from the street by Scotland Yard and brought straight to Pentonville Prison, where I remained for 2 months without ever passing through court. After 2 months, the prison authorities realized I shouldn't have been there, and they brought me to court, and another judge released me saying, "Mr. Grant, the background of your case is extremely tragic. Go home to your family." Now, when I walked out of court that day, 28th of May 1999, I wondered how many before me had been subjected to the same thing and probably even longer in prison, and I decided that day that I would fight this and take it wherever it took me. We have been subjected to years of state abuse, years of the judiciary deliberately violating the rule of law, violating human rights, being thrown in prison without any due process. And because of our study of the law and understanding of it, we know that a lawbreaker cannot be a law enforcer. When I was behind closed doors, there was very little I could do to try to bring this to public attention. But now that I am out here, I'm able to try to do whatever I possibly can to try to bring to the world attention that the state of the United Kingdom has engaged in deliberate lawbreaking. Because we have the understanding that no lawbreaker can be a law enforcer, it puts us in the position to declare ourselves, if you like, to put it in plain English, untouchable. Article 7 of the Human Rights Act guarantees no punishment without law. So in another way of interpreting that is where the law has failed to protect you against abuse, you're entitled to protect yourself. The same law that has failed to protect you cannot then seek to punish you for protecting yourself. Although we have documentation from the BBC, from the Times newspaper, from the Daily Mirror, from the Independent. All of these people who are aware of it have remained silent about everything that has gone on, and they've remained silent because of the implications for the entire criminal and civil justice system in this country. Most of the help that we've had in terms of media so far has come from our community radio stations, that's otherwise known as pirate radio stations. They have always given us a forum where we can bring to public attention all of the issues, and through the community radio stations we were able to conduct a march back in, I think, 2002. So yes, the community stations, if not for them, I don't think we would have been this far with our cause.